Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Now this is regarding, basically now Jose Mourinho, reportedly Jose Mourinho has basically asked for a £200 million spending spree in the transfer window. He's basically asked for this is Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho has identified 4 left-footed players, because Jose Mourinho has basically explained in the situation that he does want more left-footed players into the team, and it has been made clear basically we have to sell now before we can buy as well. And reportedly Jose Mourinho is demanding that he wants a £200 million spending spree, and he's identified 4 left-footed players, so he wants more players in the squad, because these still key areas basically where Manchester United need to strengthen up and we need to address more. And as I said, there's still areas where we need to strengthen up. We definitely need a creative winger. I do think we need to reinvest on that left hand side. We need a creative winger, potentially need a left back as well. I'm presumably need someone in midfield as well, and the most likely targets that we could get with them 4 players that Jose Mourinho wants is on our list is Griezmann, Bale, Ozil and Danny Rose. So potentially there could be the next 4 signings basically that Jose Mourinho is demanding, and he wants more left-footed players into the squad as well, does Jose Mourinho. But who could it be? Jose Mourinho, since he's come to Manchester United, is in his 2nd season of his 3rd-year contract. It's the reports saying he could stay till 2020. Jose Mourinho has spent £300 million nearly in 3 transfer windows at Manchester United, but we could see some of the players go. Luke Shaw could go in January. Darmian could go. He's linked to a move away. Juan Mata's yet to sign a new deal with Man United. Fellaini could leave on a free transfer next summer, because it's looking likely he's not going to sign a new deal at the moment as well. But Man United not prepared to cash in him. So I think Man United still need, to strengthen up and add depth into the team. And Mesut Ozil has been mentioned. Man United have been heavily linked with him. Barcelona have been heavily linked with him. And as I said, Arsene Wenger's basically come out and he said in his pre-press conference that Ozil and Sanchez will not leave Arsenal. He said Ozil and Sanchez will not be sold in the January transfer window, even though Arsene Wenger did admit before that Ozil could leave Arsenal Football Club in the January window, but he's saying now Ozil and Sanchez will not be sold in the January window. And Ian Wright, the former Arsenal player, Ian Wright has actually come out and give his point of view across, saying the Ozil to Manchester United is a shoe-in. This is what Ian Wright's explaining. He did actually say it would be an unbelievable signing for Manchester United if he were to come, and he did say he could join Manchester United, on a free transfer. So reportedly he could still see out his contract, Ozil, and then leave on a free transfer next summer, because in the process it's looking likely he's not going to sign a new deal Ozil. But he did probably tell teammates 4 or 5 weeks ago, that he does actually want to join Manchester United, in the current process does Mesut Ozil. But as I said, Wenger's made it clear that they will not be sold in the January transfer window. As well, Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez, but obviously Arsenal have been on lookout for replacements as well. But Ozil, as I said, has also been heavily linked with a move to Barcelona. Barcelona's main priority target is Philippe Coutinho, but obviously Barcelona are weighing up other options and alternatives if they do fail with the pursuit of Philippe Coutinho. But as I said with Ozil, he's been linked to a move to Manchester United for quite a while now. He can create chances, provide assists. He's got a record of sprints, such a good record of assists, especially since he's been in the Premier League as well. And Jose Mourinho is keen on reuniting with Mesut Ozil, after they were fantastic together at Real Madrid. We know that the contract talks have stalled, to Arsenal nowhere near in the process of securing him a new deal. He come out about 2 or 3 weeks ago and still said he was 100% focused on Arsenal Football Club. Mesut Ozil in the current process, experience of being in Germany, experience of being in Spain. Arsenal paid £42 million for him as well. Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10 as well in the current process, but he would be fantastic at Manchester United. I think he'd fit into the Manchester United agenda well, and he'd bring a lot of improvements into the team as well. But we also know that Barcelona have been linked with Mesut Ozil, and we know Barcelona's agent has been in discussion. Ozil's agent's been in discussions with Barcelona, when it come out in the press the other day, reports stemming from Spain that Ozil had agreed a contract to join Barcelona. He'd agreed to join Barcelona as well. But Wenger said Ozil has not agreed to join Barcelona, in the current process. And Coutinho, Messi from Barcelona suggested he would rather have Coutinho over Mesut Ozil in the current process. It only come out the other day in the press that actually Ozil had reportedly turned down a move to Fenerbahce as well. And he did actually inform the club he's keen on staying in the Premier League. But Ozil's been demanding a higher wage increase. He's been demanding wages of over £300,000 as well as the current player, but it could potentially happen. Wenger's saying Ozil and Sanchez are now not going to be sold in the January transfer window, but I said he's taking a financial risk there, is Arsene Wenger, because obviously Arsene Wenger could actually cash in for Ozil, Sanchez and Jack Wilshere, in the January window, but obviously then Arsenal will have to find them potential replacements. But as I said, obviously, Arsenal have identified quite a few replacements, but obviously the board have said to Jose Mourinho has to sell before he can buy. And the board actually said the other week they promised Jose Mourinho at least 3 Galactico signings as well in the current process. But Ian Wright's had his say on the Ozil situation, saying it would be a shoo-in, the Man United deal would be a shoo-in, and he actually believes it could actually happen. But I think he believes Ian Wright that he will join Manchester United on a free. But Arsenal did actually say in the press the other day that he'd been given permission to leave Arsenal and he could be available for around £20 million in the January transfer window. But since he's been at Arsenal, he's made over a century appearances as the current player. But he's definitely on Jose Mourinho's radar, and now he's suggesting out Mourinho he wants more left-footed players, and he's demanding a spending spree of £200 million. Is Jose Mourinho as well? Potentially also, Man United, have been heavily linked with Antoine Griezmann, as we all know as well. He's another player, and Griezmann, admitted the other week in the press that he did admit that the Manchester United move is still a possibility. Antoine Griezmann had basically admitted this. We know also he's been potentially on Barcelona's radar as well as Antoine Griezmann, in the current process. But we know Man United didn't get a deal over the line for Griezmann back in August due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, and it has confirmed Man United have approached Griezmann's representatives, as we all know, to try and basically get a deal over the line. Whether we go for him in January, whether we go for him next summer, Antoine Griezmann. But he's been on Barcelona agenda, and the press reported the other week actually that Griezmann had agreed a deal in principle to actually join Barcelona as well. He's still under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2021 or 2022. Hasn't had the best of start to this season as well. He's got a lot of experience of being in Spain as Griezmann, with Real Sociedad, now he's with Atletico Madrid. This is his 4th season now in the process with Atletico Madrid. He's Antoine Griezmann, as I said, very, very good for France. Also has a strong friendship with Paul Pogba, as well does Griezmann, because obviously they both play together for France as well, do Griezmann and Paul Pogba, so that would be beneficial as well. And he did actually say that Manchester United could eye Griezmann up as a potential replacer for Mkhitaryan. It did say if Griezmann was to come to Old Trafford, we would actually, put him in that number 10 role, that attacking position. But even though Griezmann also can play as a number 7, and we've still got number 7 vacant, and from a commercial point of view, we would want to keep it vacant, that number 7 role. But he did say Griezmann, the Manchester United move, is still a possibility. It would be good, to actually see Griezmann come and experience the Premier League, as we all currently know, Antoine Griezmann. And as I said, very, he did estimate 6 out of 10 he was going to come to Manchester United, Griezmann, as we all know. But and he was very, very good for Real Sociedad was Griezmann as well, wasn't he? Let's be honest, won the title then, risen up the ranks there, scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Atletico Madrid as well. And, also when he's in Sachet Day for France in 2014, did Griezmann, and helped France get to the quarterfinals as well, did Antoine Griezmann. His versatility is very, very good. He's efficient. He's very, very clinical. He's an efficient finisher, is Antoine Griezmann. He has got that finishing touch, and he would complement the likes of Lukaku and Martial and Rashford, to be quite fair, would Antoine Griezmann. He does we all know he does have a release clause of around £86 million as well, does Antoine Griezmann in the current process. But he was our main priority target during the August window. And Jose Mourinho wasn't, he did get Matic in August, he did get Lukaku in August, and he did get Lindelof in August as well, Jose Mourinho. But I think he wants more into the team, and he missed out on quite a few targets. Jose Mourinho in August, Ivan Perisic was our that was our main priority target, Ivan Perisic, but we're not willing to pay the £48 million Inter Milan were demanding for the player. I'd have loved even Perisic on that left-hand side, because I think that's the most area Manchester United need to address in the team. So, and don't forget, Jose Mourinho has still looked at quite a few defenders as well. And then you've got Bale, who Jose Mourinho, tried getting in August, we didn't get him. But yeah, it's saying, Jose Mourinho is basically, preparing to actually, make another move for the Gareth Bale, because we know Manchester United have been heavily linked with a move for Gareth Bale, since 2013. We was interested in him during the David Moyes era. Went for him in 2016. Did say Man United are willing, to make a third attempt to try and bring Gareth Bale to Old Trafford as well in the current process. But Gareth Bale, this is his 5th season now in the process with Real Madrid. He's completed 4 seasons. But as I said, the Real Madrid board have been under pressure, basically, to get rid of Gareth Bale, due to his injury problems, that he's been suffering, since he's moved to Real Madrid. He's had a lot of injury problems. I think he's been sidelined this season since September, as Gareth Bale as well. And don't forget, Real Madrid are still looking at quite a few players, and they need to sacrifice one of their players, and obviously Gareth Bale is their favoured to be sacrificed from Real Madrid as well. Real Madrid is, are still looking to reinvest, because obviously they've got Ronaldo aging up now, they've got Benzema aging up, and Real Madrid have not played that well this season because they're sitting 4th in La Liga. So they're looking at quite a few younger players as well. And Gareth Bale is the favoured to be sacrificed. They're interested in Mbappe back in August. And then that would have meant, Bale probably then would have made the move to Manchester United. But it never materialised because Mbappe went to Paris Saint-Germain instead. But as I said about Bale, since his time at Real Madrid, he's won 10 honours and 3 Champions League 4 seasons. He's still under contract, don't forget, with Real Madrid until 2022 as well as the current player. But Man United were prepared to pay up to £100 million for Bale back in August. But I think, the player did say Bale was still basically, happy in Spain as well. He said he was happy in Spain, but when he's fully fit, he's good. He's got good physical attributes. He's got tremendous speed. His crossing's very good. He's Gareth Bale's as well. He's skillful. He's tenacious. And I said he's Premier League proven as well. Had 6 fantastic years with Tottenham Hotspur. Did Gareth Bale as well. He risen up the ranks fantastically well. Also with Southampton, did the player as well. He's been Welsh Football of the Year record 6 times as Gareth Bale as well. That's what he's been named, Welsh Football of the Year record 6 times. And, second top scorer for Wales. Wales just behind Ian Wright is Gareth Bale as well, and earned quite a lot of caps for Wales as well as Gareth Bale. But we know with a record of injuries that Bale's got, if he did come to Old Trafford, that maybe would concern Jose Mourinho as well, because on that left-hand side, I think Bale will look good if you come to United. We've got Martial that plays on that left. We've got Rashford that plays on that left mainly. That's where they've been mainly playing this season, both the players. But yeah, we still need someone definitely, on that left, and we need someone on that left winger. Definitely. But yeah, that's potentially still on Jose Mourinho's radar as well. And, you've got Danny Rose as well, who's potentially on Manchester United's radar as well. He could end up coming to Manchester United, Danny Rose. He could end up coming to Manchester United, Danny Rose. Because Danny Rose did actually explain he was willing to turn Chelsea down, to actually make a move to Manchester United. Danny Rose reportedly did tell his friends that he does want to join Manchester United, in the current process. Danny Rose. And potentially, his future is now uncertain with his future is now uncertain with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, because obviously he's not happy with his manager, because Danny Rose was out for 9 or 10 months with injury, and he missed their game against West Brom. He also missed the North London derby. Did Danny Rose as well, and he wasn't satisfied about this Danny Rose. And we know he's been at Tottenham a decade. We know he's still under contract with Tottenham. Don't forget, until 2021 as well, is the current player. But don't forget, he did criticise Tottenham for their lack of investment back in August. He also said he wasn't happy with the wages he was receiving as well, Danny Rose, in the process. And Tottenham are eyeing a few replacements out at that left back position, to try and find a replacement for Danny Rose. But we know this season, especially, Ben Davies has been fulfilling Danny Rose's spot at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But I think he'd be a fantastic replacement, in my opinion, for Luke Shaw and that at Manchester United with Danny Rose, even though he's known for injuries as well. But Luke Shaw's also injury prone as well. But talking, Danny Rose began his career with Leeds. He's been at quite a few teams on loan as the player as well. But I think there's teams out there that can offer him better wages than Tottenham Hotspur Football Club as well. But also Chelsea have been interested in Danny Rose as well. But potentially Tottenham may not sell him in January. But potentially Tottenham may not sell him in January. They may wait until next summer, basically, to actually offload Danny Rose. But that's the 4 potential targets, basically. Jose Mourinho wants more left-footed players into the team. He's asking for £200 million in the transfer window, and they are the 4 potential most likely signings that could end up. There could be potentially our next 4 signings that could end up at Manchester United: Danny Rose, Mesut Ozil, Gareth Bale and Antoine Griezmann. And what a team that would be if them 4 players were to come in at Manchester United, by the end of the season. That would be fantastic indeed, because we can afford this, because we are a very, very rich club. We can afford these kind of players, and these are the kind of players that we need into the Manchester United team. Even though we have got good players, you've got good young, we've got good young age talent in the team, such as Martial and Rashford, and we've got Lukaku, who's very, very good as well for us, even though he's not that young. But we still got Lukaku, who's very, very good. It's good news, we've got Ibrahimovic back now, but look how old he is. He's about 36 now, is he? We've got, Carrick still out, with a heart problem. Didn't know much about that. It's good that we've got Rojo back now after long-term injury, as well as Zlatan. It's good that we've got Paul Pogba back now in that midfield as well. Very, very good to see that indeed. But anyway, Tottenham obviously eyeing out replacements for Danny Rose as well, and Tottenham reportedly have identified Ryan Sessegnon as a perfect replacement for Danny Rose as well, because Ryan Sessegnon, also Manchester United have been interested in him, also to Chelsea have also been interested in, but Tottenham are identifying Ryan Sessegnon as an ideal replacement for Danny Rose, because Ryan Sessegnon has got good young age talent. He's a fantastic young age prospect. He signed a 3-year deal back in June with Fulham Football Club as well. But Tottenham were interested in back in August, but I think Tottenham had a £25 million bid turned down for Ryan Sessegnon, because I don't think Fulham were actually willing to offload Ryan Sessegnon. But look at his progress, he only made his first team debut last season, did Ryan Sessegnon, and he played in 30 games for Fulham last season, in all competitions, scored about 7 goals. Ryan Sessegnon as well, and he's risen up the youth system with Fulham absolutely fantastically well. He can play anywhere on the left-hand side, he can play on the wing, he can play on the left wing, he can play on the left back as well, Ryan Sessegnon. But look what he's done, his progression's been fantastic as Ryan Sessegnon's, and it would be good, to see him, coming actually, experience the Premier League as well, Ryan Sessegnon. And maybe it could happen if Fulham don't come to the Premier League this season. Maybe Ryan Sessegnon will leave Fulham, because he's nearly been at Fulham now. Is it 10 years? He's nearly been at Fulham now, because he joined Fulham in 2008. He joined for the under-9 teams, and he risen up the ranks fantastically well. Did Ryan Sessegnon, made his first team debut against Leyton Orient. And then he made his first league debut against Leeds, and then scored his first goal against Cardiff. And then actually after he scored his first goal against Cardiff, he became the first player in the English leagues to be born in 2000, scoring a first team game, and the youngest player to score in a championship match. And also scored his FA Cup debut against Cardiff as well, Ryan Sessegnon. But Tottenham have identified him as a fantastic replacement for Danny Rose as well in the current process. But yes, that is what I'm saying. And also, too, we know that Jose Mourinho, has also been interested in Paulo Dybala, from Juventus. Paulo Dybala from Juventus. It's also said Barcelona have also been interested in Paulo Dybala as well. He's a player that signed a new deal with Juventus back in April as well, Paulo Dybala. This is his third season now in the process with Juventus. Is Paulo Dybala's, because his versatility is very, very good as well. Is Paulo Dybala's, he can play in the midfield, he can play up front as well. Can Paulo Dybala as well. Very, very clinical, good at physical round defenders, good at beating opponents as well, and he's an ex-Parma player. And so he's got a lot of experience in being listed, and this is his third season process for Juventus. And he did say in the press the other week that he did actually admit, did Paulo Dybala, this could be his last season with Juventus, and Paulo Dybala had admitted this because he did basically say that he does miss Paul Pogba, who he has strong connections with, and he also misses Pogba, he misses Dani Alves, does Paulo Dybala, because I said Juventus have lost quite a few key players over the last couple of years, Vidal, Pogba to us, Benucci and all that, and Dani Alves, and they've lost quite a few key players. Have Juventus as well in the current process. But as I said, if he was to leave it did say Man United and Ed Woodward are planning to put £155 million in for the player as well. And in his first season, Juventus won the league and cup double as well. Did Paulo Dybala. But he's in regular contract with Paul Pogba a lot. He's Paulo Dybala, and to me, he's a world class player, and I'd like him at Manchester United. But Manchester United have also been interested in him as well. But Jose Mourinho has identified four left-footed players. He wants more left-footed players into the team. I think in our team we need, the left-hand side especially needs addressing more. As I said, in the current process, as I'm explaining to you, and in the he said he's identified four left-footed players, and the four targets are Bale, Griezmann, Ozil and Danny Rose. So potentially by the end of the season, could there be at Manchester United? So we will wait and see what happens. So anyway, guys, and Jose Mourinho is he's asking and demanding for £200 million in the transfer window. So anyway, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes on the channel if you do consider subscribe. As always, take it easy, guys. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Take care. Bye.